G'day, I'm Murray, this is my backyard, and it's time I give you an update about the water chestnuts. The first method was black plastic underneath the bed, mixing manure and soil. I was optimistic about this one. Even if the plastic had some leaks in it, it was going to be a good moisture barrier, and I really thought it would do better than it did. But its neighbour, a neighbouring plant, appeared to be taking over the world and growing much faster than other plants and of the same type. This canna lily, Canna adulis, Queensland arrowroot, the red-leafed variety, not the green, I think it's been swiping water from this water chestnut. This was planted at the same time as that one down there. And this thing is huge. So in hopes that this water chestnut is going to make it back to life, I'm going to get rid of this and mulch it. So I removed that in hopes that the water chestnut would kick along. Unfortunately, it didn't. It used to be about there. These are some opioid lettuce that have self-seeded. So I'm going to let them go and let them enjoy the extra moisture. The second method was a buried bowl and then filled in above it with manure and soil and the usual pipe to help you deep water. This is fun. I forgot I was going to put this trellis in here. I was always planning it as part of this experiment. And to get there, okay, so this is looking good, robust, healthy. It's done really well. I always fill the pipe several times each water, maybe 4 or 5, as I do for all of these plants. And yeah, that looks like a good way to grow water chestnuts or other water-loving plants. Method 3 was the buried bed of sphagnum moss with pipe straight down to it, a little under the water chestnuts. Now this has not gone well. The water chestnut used to be about there. It just never seemed to like it here. Again, we've got more opioid lettuce, self-seeded, but it got plenty of care and attention. I can assure you of that. They all did, and it didn't work. If I was going to try this again, I would probably put the moss layer up considerably higher than I did. The fourth method was a large polystyrene box with a hole cut in the side, which would have been useful in the rains that we've had, and it is booming. It looks even better than the plastic tub in terms of number of plants, and it seems to be quite happy. And just to go back to the buried plastic tub, method 3. The last method, just plant it and treat it like a plant. It's still got its tube. I still watered into the tube. The only one I didn't have a tube for was the one in the tub because it's got a reservoir. And surprisingly, it's alive. Where 2 that got covered in affection and effort have failed. They are not nearly as tall or robust as the other 2 survivors, these plants. There aren't as many. These aren't as thick. They're not as tall. I mean, we've got here and there. Sorry. It's a big size difference, but they will survive if you just treat them like a plant. So So the best method for growing water chestnuts is now between the tub and the buried bowl. While it's still alive, there's no way that the just treat it like a normal plant is going to be the most productive method. So we can call that, but there may be something that I want to try with a little bit more moisture holding capacity in the soil in between the sphagnum moss idea that for some reason didn't work, and just treat it like a normal plant. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.